Why do women get so addicted to the very men who treat them like they don't matter? Why do they ignore the ones who call, check in, give gifts, and keep chasing the one who barely looks at them? It doesn't make sense at first. But if you've been the man who gave her everything and still got replaced, ghosted, or taken for granted, you've felt the pain firsthand. This isn't just a coincidence. It's not bad luck. It's how female psychology works. And in this video, I'm going to break it down in a way no one ever explained to you. You'll understand why some women crave emotional distance more than affection, why they get addicted to men who don't validate them, and most importantly, how to protect yourself from being the man who gives everything and ends up empty. But I'm not here to bash women. This isn't about manipulation or turning cold. This is about waking up and seeing reality. So stay with me. This could be the most important video you've ever watched if you want to stop being invisible to the women you love and start being the man they can't stop thinking about. Now pay attention, because what I'm about to tell you explains why good men lose almost every time. Let's begin. Women don't fall for who treats them best. They fall for who makes them feel the most. And those feelings? They're not always sweet, secure, or soft. Sometimes it's tension, uncertainty, doubt. Because the moment a woman feels like she has you completely, the game ends in her mind. Not because she's evil, but because her brain was built to chase survival, not safety. That's why she gets hooked on the man who makes her feel like she has to earn his love. The man who gives her attention today and disappears tomorrow. The man who makes her question, does he still want me? That emotional imbalance triggers a craving in her brain, a loop. And once she enters that loop, it's harder to escape than a drug addiction. Now let's go even deeper, because this is the part killing most men silently. The psychology of her addiction. Why distance is more powerful than love. Every time you withdraw slightly, she invests more. Every time you delay your response, her thoughts spiral. Every time you don't explain yourself, she starts obsessing. Not because she's crazy, but because uncertainty releases dopamine, the exact chemical behind addiction. The moment she feels like you're slipping away, her brain starts chasing the high of your validation. That's why when you're too consistent, too available, too nice, her dopamine system shuts off. She knows you're there. No chase, no thrill, no reward. But when you're unpredictable, when she's not sure if she still has your attention, her emotions start working against her logic. Now here's the part that hurts to hear. Most men try to win a woman's heart by giving more. More attention, more messages, more gifts, more access. But her brain doesn't reward more. It rewards mystery. It rewards distance. It rewards the man she doesn't fully understand. And that man becomes the center of her emotional world. Before we go deeper, pause right here. If this is hitting a little too real already, take a second and hit the like button. It tells YouTube this is worth spreading to more men who are silently confused and hurt like you've been. Now, let's go into the real reason this happens. Her biology still thinks it's the Stone Age. You want to understand women? You have to go back 200,000 years. In the wild, a woman's survival depended on one thing: her ability to secure a high-value male, someone with strength, power, dominance, and resources. This is called hypergamy, her unconscious drive to date upward. She didn't survive by loving the nice guy who brought her berries. She survived by locking down the leader who could protect her, feed her, and fight for her. That wiring hasn't changed, even in 2025. So when you treat her like you're beneath her, like she's the prize. She instinctively pulls back, because her DNA wants a man she looks up to, not down on. When you worship her, she loses respect. When you chase her, she starts running. And when you give too much, too fast, you train her to take you for granted. That's why so many women stay stuck on the guy who shows indifference. He represents dominance, power, selectivity. To her ancient brain, that man is valuable, and she gets hooked trying to win him. Let me ask you something. How many times have you watched a woman fall for a man who hurt her, left her confused, made her cry, and still she went back? And how many times have you treated a woman with love, honesty, devotion, only to be ignored? You were the safe choice, the logical choice, but you weren't the emotional roller coaster she couldn't get off. That's the cruel reality. Women don't remember how you made them feel safe. They remember how you made them feel alive. And unfortunately, most men who are truly kind stop being challenging. They stop being mysterious. They give their entire heart on the first date, and she loses all curiosity. Because the truth is, the less she knows how you feel, the more she thinks about it. The second she knows she has you, she stops chasing. So now you're wondering, does that mean I have to be toxic? No, you don't have to be cruel, but you have to be unavailable. You have to be mysterious. You have to be selective, even with her. Stop over-explaining yourself. Stop checking in 5 times a day. Stop trying to prove you're good enough for her. Instead, become the man she wants to prove herself to. Make her earn your attention. Make her wonder what you're thinking. Make her feel just a little bit uncertain, not because you're playing games, but because you're not desperate. The minute you stop chasing, she starts feeling. And when she starts feeling, she gets addicted, not to a cruel man, but to a man she can't fully figure out. A man who values himself so much, he's not afraid to lose her. And that man, that's the one she can't let go of. If this video opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, drop a comment. Let me know how many times you've lived this story. And if you want more content that speaks directly to the reality of how men get hurt, overlooked, and misunderstood, subscribe.